necessarily. You certainly didn't help the Davis brothers stop this plummeting to the floor. All-time high. You see how quickly things change? You see how anger can get the best of you? You see when you don't control your anger, you see what happens? This type of stuff right here. The stock just plummeted to the floor. I was a Davis brothers fan. I was. No, I'm a Mason 5 brothers fan because the way they behave like true professionals. You know, there is another necessary. You certainly didn't help the Davis brothers. Keyshawn Davis, and things are being thrown. There's no room for this in the sport. There's no room for Davis brothers to be in the building tonight. The police escorted them out. You saw a stroller being moved back. That's Keyshawn Davis being pushed away. But the reason he's so upset is because that's his son that's in that stroller. He goes back to retrieve his son. And why would you put your family in this type of situation? It's just uncalled for and unfortunate. Keyshawn Davis, of all that is great with the Davis brothers and what they represent for Norfolk, Virginia, and when you end up having the police of all that.
Sean and his little brother like jumped me, like they start walking up to me all tough, putting his head against mine, and then grabbed me. Then I was about to swing, but my team and everybody grabbed Keyshawn and everything, and it was crazy.
Coach G and Mike Pabani, your cut man, broke it up.
Yes.
And you're talking about Keon and Keyshawn Davis. Now, Mike Pabani says that bump over your right eye was not there before. They do that?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So what's your reaction to all this? It's a good night for you. It should have been, right?
Yeah, it's definitely, but it add fuel to the flame. Like, Keyshawn, you got running back with me in the ring, not outside of the ring.
So you're going to turn this into a Keyshawn fight?
For sure. Like, feel me? He approaching me on my best night. Feel me? Now we got to settle that.
Have you ever heard of this before? Guys getting jumped in their locker room after a fight? Not even in Philly?
Never heard of that.
Now, this is crazy because this is disappointing as hell, especially as a boxing fan. If you'd asked me before this weekend about Keyshawn Davis and the Davis brothers, I'd have definitely said Keyshawn Davis is the future of the sport. He's young, he's got a lot of talent, he's undefeated, and he's got a lot of personality and charisma. Like, I would have felt like the sport is in good hands with him. He's from Virginia. He always likes to have him and his brothers fight on the same card. Like, there's so many positives with the young dude. And it's crazy because it takes years to build a reputation, and literally in a matter of a weekend, he tanked his whole reputation. And I mean, from the beginning of the weekend, on Friday, he misses weight, he loses his belt, and then on Saturday night, he had to watch his brother get whooped out by the same dude that he beat before. They confront him backstage, turns into a melee, cameras everywhere. It's like, bro, in y'all hometown, I don't know any venue that's gonna want to promote any more Davis fights after this in that hometown, because now you done made this a whole thing where y'all look crazy. And then on top of that, now this guy who you beat before is asking for a rematch. I don't even know if y'all gonna be able to make the same weight, because Keyshawn came in 4 pounds overweight. Like, it's one thing when a fighter comes in pound and a half overweight, then there might be a situation where you're like, all right, he just had a difficulty making the weight. When you come in 4 pounds overweight, that tells everybody that you wasn't taking it seriously and you didn't even try to make the weight, honestly. So he lost his belt, he lost his reputation, he's taking a major hit to his brand, and it's just disappointing, man. Like, we all love the street shit. We love niggas who come from the street and have that element in that story in their background. But when it starts to get crazy like this, and your brother lost, and maybe dude's entourage and his family was talking crazy, but when you are the guy, you call yourself the businessman, Keyshawn Davis, this ain't the way that business is supposed to run on no ends. So hopefully they learn from this, tighten your shit up, because now you got the notoriety and all of the clout, so your next move better be your best move. But also understand that this has now cast you in a certain light that it's going to take years to get off your name. It's going to take quite some time, but now you're infamous. So do with that what you will. Make the best of it. Conor McGregor used his situation outside of the ring to propel him to all new heights. So maybe this might be a blessing in disguise in the long run. Crazy enough to say, but it is the field of boxing, and like poor sportsmanship does lead to headlines a lot of times. And with his skills and his talent level, I just hope he learns from this moment and pivots, and you know what I'm saying, does everything the right way from here moving forward. So hold your head, Keyshawn. Tough weekend, stupidity everywhere, all across the board, but we still hoping that you can pull this shit together and figure it out. But this ain't it, bro. Not at all. Hit that follow button. More content. Bandana Blake. Go on.